to Lady Petra, Lady Petra rather, as she talks with us why it's challenging for young people in Africa to learn English language as a course of study. I'll be right back.
I'm Petra Deku-Amegbor from Ghana. I'm a teacher of English, and then I'm a gender activist and a peace educationist.
Should I say Akwaba?
That's it.
Okay. Um, very few times you find people going into languages. You know, a lot of times parents and even peers feel it's one, in quotes, one lazy profession for people. They want you to go to school and read medicine, law, engineering, and all that. What was the passion for you going into reading English or languages rather?
Okay, before I even answer that question, I should say that I had admission to the Ghana Institute of Journalism, but I skipped that because I wanted to do English language. Because I had passion for it. I was a bookworm when I was a child. I loved to read a lot, and I loved the way the way writers would weave the language, use words. So that's what made me learn, or maybe go to university to go and learn English. And I feel that whatever we do, we must do it well. So even if it's a language you are speaking, whether it's a foreign language, a local language, you need to learn to do it well. Whether it's your language or another person's language, you just have to do it well because you may never know where it will take you to. So I guess that's what puts me there.
So how has it been for you teaching young people the language, knowing that it's like a second language, not your mother tongue and all that? Are there challenges that people face when you go to the classroom and teach some of these kids English?
So I teach junior high school, and there are lots of problems. Kids of today are not like kids when we were kids. Okay, so they would not read on their own. They lack vocabulary and all that. So we have to find a way of getting them to read. So sometimes we have library times. When I was in school, I didn't have a library time, but they have a library time on their timetable. So we give them library time. They read. They find vocabulary. I make them do flashcards, and then there's a competition you do. The one who has the highest number of flashcards, you get a prize. So all those things, I try to do all those things to motivate them. So
do you give them 500 Ghana cedis?
Not as much as that, but I give them something that would really motivate them to do that.
Yeah,
yes, and then I make sure they know the words. So it's just not about creating the flashcards. It's also about you knowing the words on the flash and the meaning. So I try to make them make the flashcards creative too. If you want to add colors, whatever it is, that will keep up their interest. So that's what I do. And yes, English language may be a second language and it's not a local language. But sometimes you have to use a local language to teach the English language or any other subject. So if there's something in English language that I'm teaching that they don't get, I can use a local language to get them. Because sometimes some of the things that we learn even in the local language are similar. So just use that to...
Could you give me an example?
An example, okay. So for example, nouns. If we are learning nouns, you want to know what nouns are, you can use the local language to explain that these are nouns, because nouns in Chi are just the nouns in English language, are the names of people, persons, animals. It's the same thing. So you just use the, if in Chi we know that elephant is Osun. In English language, elephant is still a noun. In Chi it's still a noun. So that's an example.
I was thinking you would do the language and I assume I am your student and you want to teach me how you flip between the local language and teaching me in the English language for just a few seconds.
But okay, you don't understand Chi, so
I know, I just want, just for the records, that's all.
Samu Chi a din bet to say Osun ama Kofi ni na ye din sanso na mo ba bro fun mu a din ama, the same thing. Okay, so the same thing is what ama is the name of a person. It's the same when you go to Chi, the ama is what somebody's name. And then in English language we have elephant, and elephant is a noun. Okay, and then when you come to Chi or son is also was a noun, so that's an example.
Oh, beautiful. Okay, off camera, you were talking about some of the community works you've been doing, especially bridging peace amongst communities and all that. Particularly for young girls, how has it been for you?
Well, it's been a little turbulent, but we've braved the odds, and then we've gotten some things done. So I work with the Benjo Center. The Benjo Center is a peace education non-governmental organization. So what we basically do is we try to teach girls to empower themselves in a way. So it's not only about peace, peace, peace. It's also about gender. It's also about taking your books seriously. It's also about looking for opportunities for them to move forward. So we had two programs. One had to do with patriarchy, getting them to understand what patriarchy meant, and then getting them to talk about some of the examples that they see in their own homes. So then we had some of the girls telling us or confiding in us about some of the problems they face, especially those from the Muslim homes. And interesting, this was a Muslim school that we went to. So we got girls talking about some of the problems that they face with their fathers. There was one girl who was the firstborn of her family, and then she would do everything despite the fact that she had fathers who could help. So now that she's known all these people, she finds excuses to so that she'll be able to learn hard, get more time for herself, and then develop herself. And then the second program that we had was International Women's Day, some months back, and we got one girl who came to confide in us that her mom was pushing her into forced marriage. She's 18, and in Ghana, at age 18, you can get married, but she wasn't ready to get married. She didn't even know the man, and this was her mom trying to push her to marry a man she didn't know. Even the mom didn't know the man, just for money's sake. Then she doing that. So we liaised with the headmistress of the school, and then she spoke to the mother and gave her a strong warning not to. So the mother understood the reason why we were doing what we did, and then it's been stopped.
So finally, what's your last word to people?
Just believe in yourself. Don't look down on yourself. You can get wherever you want to get to. Just try hard. Just read more. Get to know about other places, not only your community. Be adventurous, and you get wherever you want to get to.
Thank you.
Thank you too.